Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So in this video, my group is going to present about our market survey, and the title of our market survey is Consumer Behavior on Cosmetic and Care Product. So, before that, I would like to introduce our group members. My name is Ifa Omila binti Mak Mayasi. There's Nur Anis Aida binti Roshidi, Nur Fiza binti Muhammad Farid, and the last one is Nur Anis Izati binti Muhammad Nizam. We are going to proceed with the objective of this survey, but before that, I would like to give some brief about what is consumer behavior and what is cosmetic products. So for consumer behavior refers to the study of how customers, both individual and organizations, satisfy their needs and wants by choosing purchasing unit using and disposing of goods, ideas and services, while cosmetic product is any substance or mixture intended to be placed in contact with the external part of the human body, for example like epidermis, hair system, nail, lips and external genital organs, or with the teeth and the mucous membranes of the oral cavity with a view exclusively or mainly to cleaning them, perfuming them, changing their appearance, protecting them, keeping them in a good condition, or correcting body odors. So let's proceed with objective. So the main objective of this survey is to learn more about consumer behavior on cosmetic and care product. So this survey shows how consumer behavior when purchase cosmetic and care products and their opinion on improving the product. Besides that, the survey highlights a short review of customer experience and preference toward cosmetic and care product. There is also another objective for this survey, such as to know what factors that influence people when buying cosmetic and care products, to identify recommendations to improve the cosmetic and care products, and the last one is to know consumer spending on cosmetic and care products. Before we proceed to the actual survey, I will give some brief explanation on the methodology. So this survey was an online survey conducted on Google Form where it was distributed through the internet because of COVID-19, and a questionnaire entitled Consumer Behavior on Cosmetic and Care Product was distributed through the group members' social media platform, which is WhatsApp. And in this survey, there is 17 questions consist of Part A, which is 6 questions, Part B, which is 10 questions, Part C, which is 1 question. So the total respondent that answered the online form was 65 respondents, and the target respondent were Malaysian from different age, different gender and different races. And this provides a valid conclusion based on the responses. So in order to test out the survey, we also do pilot tests. We distribute around 10 pilot tests to our close friend and relative to test whether we achieve what we want from the survey. So there were some issues regarding the survey questions, and we already made the correction, and these response were not included in the main data. Okay.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Fiza Farid and my number matric is 1202386. Okay, today I will present for respondent information in our market survey. Okay, for your information, we have sent our Google form via social media, mainly through WhatsApp, and we have gathered around 65 respondents. And firstly, according to the data that we gather, is our respondent age. The majority of our respondent age is 80 to 24 years old, and there are 5 respondents were around 25 to 34 years old, and 1 respondent from 45 years old and above. Secondly, about the rest of our respondents, we found out that the majority of our respondents are Malay, and there's 1 Chinese respondent in this survey. Next is about the gender of our respondents. There are 83.1% or 54 out of 65 respondents are female, and the rest 11 respondents are male. Not just that, we also gathered the information about our respondent occupation. We found out that 84.6% or 55 out of 65 respondents are students, and there are 7 private workers, 2 self-employed and 1 government workers. In addition, The majority of our respondents are living in urban area, and there are about 29.2% of respondents live in rural area, and the rest 23.1% are from suburban. Lastly, many of our respondents came from Selangor, Terengganu and Perak, and the rest are coming from Pahang, Negeri Sembilan, Kedah, Kelantan, Kuala Lumpur, Johor, Melaka, Penang, Perlis and Sabah.
Next, we are going to proceed with graph and analysis. Just like that I mentioned before, based on our findings, there are 65 respondents that respond to our survey, and each of 10 multiple choice questions that are related to our research, which is the number of cosmetic product in market. So every question that related to customers' preference on cosmetic product included in this part, which is part B. So on the first question that we asked to audience is on the frequent on buying cosmetic product in their daily life. So what we get from our survey is the highest option that has been chosen is really with 64.6%, and the second highest is frequently, which is 26.2%. So what we can conclude that responders only make the purchasing when they are running out of cosmetic and care product. For instance, shampoo, body buff, skincare and toothbrush. So the next question that has been asked to respondent is correlating to situations when looking for care products. So in such, there are 46 responses or answers who prioritize price, which is 70.8%. Features fall into number 2, which is around 43 people, which is 66.2%. Brand is in third place with the number of 40 replies, which is 61.5%, and the remaining choose to look on advertisement with 9 replies, which is 13.8%, and packaging with 7, which is 10.8%. So from this graph, customer will look for the price when purchasing beauty and care products, whereas there are also customer will focus on features that we obtain in terms of benefits. So the question is, we ask the respondent if they do any research or collection before buying cosmetic product. So there are 35 out of 65 responses who choose the always option with 53.8%. However, 27 responses choose sometimes, which is 41.5%, and the remaining, which is 3 replies, will rarely option, which is 4.6%. So what we can conclude is, one will purchase cosmetic products after someone has what kind of product in his or in her mind. The fourth question depict on customers' preference on buying expensive or cheap beauty and care goods. So there are around 24 responses who feel unsure on this notion, which is 36.9%. And 22 out of 65 respondents choose yes with 33.8%. In contrast, 19 people agree that cheaper products are better than expensive ones with 29.2%. So this is because the higher price doesn't guarantee for its high quality, because there is a lot of affordable product that can be get with affordable price. And the fifth question is, do customer will choose a product with a scent or fragrance? And what we get is from 65 respondents, there is 33 people, which is 50.8%, 38% prefer to buy cosmetic product without any scent or fragrance, while the other half, which is 32 people, 4.2%, will buy the products that smell good. This indicates some customers do prefer scents or fragrance because this will embrace any positive effects towards user, whether it is psychology or emotional.
Next, figure 2.6 shows a pie chart on whether the customers were influenced by makeup or beauty gurus when choosing any products. So 38 people voted yes, whereas 27 people voted no. From this data, it can be concluded that many followed influencers, especially influencers from social media, as to be updated with latest trends in terms of fashion or beauty. Both of these are pie chart related to questions about our survey results. We asked the respondents about their average monthly budget allocated for cosmetic products. Majority of users will spend around RM0 to RM200 with the percentage of 93.8%. This is because cosmetics products are not a part of their basic needs. Okay, the pie chart on the right showed the percentages of response from question how much do you believe in the promised effects of cosmetic products. So the highest is they believe the after effects will occur around 50-50. There is a study on perception and attitudes of adults toward cosmetics products during a pandemic, where the researchers has made the hypothesis that users will eventually believe that there might be bad side effects when using cosmetic products nowadays. Then we look at what is the purpose of using cosmetics product. From this survey, it recorded that self-care and improving self-image are tied with the number of 52 responses out of 65, which is 80%. There are 18 people that answered medical purposes, maintaining young looks with 13 responses, and the lowest is being fashionable with 9 responses. And the last question is, where do you usually go to get your products? The highest option that has been chosen is drugstores, around 52 responses, 41 votes on preference for purchasing the products through online websites, with the percentage of 63.1%. There are around 15 responses to buy it from pharmacy with 23.1%, and customers will go to supermarket with 7 votes.
I'm Aida and my number matrix 1202378. So I will continue with recommendation that we get from respondent. So firstly, the respondent suggests that cosmetic and skincare products should be set at reasonable and affordable price, because facial skincare and personal appearance are a priority for some of them, as it can help increase their self-esteem. So by offering a low price, it can provide a viable alternative and saving to buyers, especially for students. So the second suggestion is to use safe ingredients in the product, which are safe and free from chemical and mercury, and also it will be great if they could focus on producing natural ingredient product. Next, the respondent also wanted the product shown to be effectively worded as advertised, which means that respondent were expected each brand to display genuine feedback on their beauty product. Besides, respondent recommend that beauty product should provide a mini package, for instance, a complete set of product in small packaging, such as trial kit for first-time consumer who wish to try a new product. And lastly is to improve packaging, because packaging convey various messages of the brand itself, so product packaging must be designed in such a way that it is both practical and enticing. Furthermore, many buyers would like to buy products that have eco-friendly packaging. So that is the recommendation from our group. First recommendation is to open more beauty, skincare and retail store, and the company can consider to open a retail store in an area that is developing, especially in a small town where people frequently visit the place. The right selection of the store is important because it will help the customer access the store easily and help increase the sale. Second is to encourage online promotion. Since we move to a new norm, online commerce has become a powerful platform for consumers. So the use of social media should be focused on advertising the promotion to keep customers engaged with their brand. The last recommendation is to engage your target audience using smart segmentation with artificial intelligence. Using this technology has made it easier for marketers to identify which customers are most likely to buy from them and identify a group of customers who share the same interests. For example, the marketer can provide recommendation to customers about products based on their prior purchase that are relevant to their interest.